Hi, my name is Reverend Carole Kiamah, and this is a season finale for this season. And in this season, we've been interviewing men and women who have greatly impacted the growth of faith in this church. Obviously, if you've been watching with us, we have not exhausted the list of all the people who have impacted the growth of faith in this country. There are many, many men and women that I would have loved to have an opportunity to interview. Greats like Jack Odongo and Teresia Werimo, and people like Munishi, and others who have done a lot to ensure that the faith of Jesus Christ can continue to grow and can continue to impact the lives of thousands of Kenyans. But for various reasons, we were unable to interview them in this season. And so as we come to the close of this season, there's some poignant lessons that I've learned that I'd want to share with you. I think the first most significant lesson for me was the knowledge that it is not enough to finish. It's not just about finishing, it is about finishing strong. And that there's so many people who started this walk of faith and did great things, and yet today they have not been able to stand. They were unable to stand the test of time. And so for me as an upcoming minister, one of the things that I have learned is that I need to focus on my relationship with Jesus Christ on a daily. That I cannot reach a point where I think I have arrived, or where I think that, that I cannot run this race using yesterday's energy. Every day I must spend time investing in my own personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And this was the second most significant lesson I learned, that in the process of sharing the gospel, I cannot afford to ignore my own spirituality. That unless I allow the Spirit of the Lord to continue growing me, to continue speaking in me, and unless I spend time on a daily with Jesus, praying and reading the Word of God, then eventually my work for Him will be fueled by fumes. And there will reach a time, like it did for Saul, where the Lord will depart. And I will think that I'm still with the Lord because, the Word of God does not go out vain, but I will not be able to finish well. So that was the second most important lesson that I learned. The third thing I learned is that at the end of the day, for all of them, the thing that mattered at the end was Jesus. It wasn't about the great things they did. Like I remember specifically when I was talking to Professor Don Smith, and he had done a lot. The Lord had enabled him to do a lot, not just in this country, but for this continent. And yet at the end of the journey, all he wanted to be remembered for was a man who loved the Lord. And that really, really spoke to me. That the things that I do, the sacrifices that I've made, what is the thing that will matter when the book is about to close, when I'm writing my final chapter? And I pray that for me also, the thing that will really matter is that I loved Jesus. And of course, I also learned that there's a cost. There's a cost. I remember my friend Roche writing a book years ago where he was talking about the prize of the cross. And many of us just are looking for the prize, what is waiting for us up yonder, going to heaven. But in this here and now, there's going to be a price, and we must be willing to pay that price. The call of Jesus Christ comes with a cost. And for us to be effective, we must be willing to pay the cost. And then the final thing that has really stood out with me is that at the end of the day, it's all about Jesus. As soon as it becomes about me, then I miss the mark. And like I said earlier, there's so many people who have done a lot for this faith that I would have loved to have in this show, and not the ones I've mentioned, but others that I cannot mention for the sake of their families, but people, men and women of God who started so well and did so much, and at the end of their life, it had filtered away. They did not stand the test of time, they did not stand strong, and they did not live with a testimony. And my prayer is for all of us who've watched these amazing stories, that these stories will inspire us so that we not just do what we're doing today well, but we finish well, that we finish strong, that when Jesus meets with us at that final call, He'll be able to say to each one of us, well done, good and faithful servant. God bless you, and bless you in the next season. Bye-bye. So in this journey, there were some great and not so great moments. And let me share with you some of the moments that we had as we prepared for this show.
Oh, I was wondering what you're doing.
Oh my God. Sisi manini. Lazima tibeze mtoto za kwanza. That is when we do the kahani with the cats because that is
Hi, my name is Reverend Carole Kiamah, and this is Thoughts of a Shaken Pastor Season 5. In this season, we're talking with Reverend Carole Kiamah, and these are Thoughts of a Shaken Pastor. it's like I'm giving a diagnosis. Because church zilikuwa zimefungwa, hatujui kama tutafunguliwa. Where are we going to eat?
Listen,
in fact, somebody was saying,
people need to see this thing.
I'll be a totally different kind of president.
Hey.
Absolutely.
That this gospel comes to us. What? Nianze tena. Pongolongolongolongolongolong. Hey, kuwa. Okay. Hey. Yes, son. Good. Hi, my name is Reverend Carole Kiamah, and these are Thoughts of a Shaken. This is Thoughts of a Shaken Pastor. Hii kizungu to. I'll say these are thoughts.
So I take you back from the
In this season, we're talking to men and women who have positively impacted.
Iko sawa.
Woo-wee.